Hi guys, sort of like a build that was requested that it's not done, it's nowhere near done. I am building on it. What I need is I need a auto loading firing line or auto loading something StormChaser to really put this build to the test. But I've been doing some testing with the Erianas valve and it does damage. I believe I got my maximum was around 226k I think on the last shot, and that was on an open world boss down here. And just because I know it's an open world boss and I know it's like, oh yeah, you can do loads of damage to things that low, but I literally tested Izanagi's as well, and I think Izanagi's did like 40 to 60,000 more. But what you've got to bear in mind is Izanagi's also, yeah, used for hot swaps, but it's very slow. Like, you use Izanagi's for one shot and then you switch back and your auto loading whatever you're switching to might not be fully done or whatever. With this, obviously now that I've got the catalyst and I'm using, you see the legally modded holster in the bottom left because I'm using Lucky Pants, you're able to get off 9 shots, the full 9 shots of the buff, which I didn't actually know. You've just got to fire as soon as you pull it out. And it's insane. It is really insane. Pair that with what I don't have, which is an auto loading. Possible that you can constantly go back and forth, which could actually turn this from like a champion killing monster to more, really. So let's see if I can get this off now. Okay, I think I would have, but as you can see, it absolutely cooked him. But I wasn't really aiming there either. I'm not the best aim anyway, but I just want to get the hits to get the final damage output, just as a play test. This ain't going to be easy to pull off, like not a chance. There'll be some things where you just won't be able to, but I'm thinking even in raids and stuff, like with long damage phases, like maybe Tanix or maybe Atheon, you could probably pull this off where you'd get your buff, which your buff's not going to be there for the whole time, but you could probably sustain it if you wanted to. And you get your buff like that. So my melee, it will make me radiant. It will drop a well, and that and that well will then give me charge of light for a bonus damage, and also, oh thank you mate, also font of might. And because I'm on a solo subclass, that's going to go to my Erianas vow and everything. But let's look at the flat damage here quickly. Oh, I didn't get the last one on his head, but yeah, it should work with all these buffs stacking for at least the first 10 seconds, which will be present for the whole time of using the first legally modded holster. What I'm expecting you to do is you'd shoot them all off. You know, you've ran out of bullets, whatever, so say you get down to 0, and then you swap, say this is an auto loading. Mag size may be better for an auto loading of this, just so it takes a little longer to fire them off, gives enough time for your out of luck to go away, so you can get the full buff again. So it would look something like that, and then obviously whilst you're back on your Erianas doing DPS, just pretend that auto loading is in and I've swapped and it's just full ammo ready to go. So I'm going to do a proper build once I can, but what I will do is I'll just put the little damage number at the end of this video so you can see what it can do. And bear in mind, this is climbing in damage as it does it, so its total damage output for 9 shots I believe is close to or over a mil. I'm not very good with that sort of math. I have worked out the actual damage percentages, but I haven't worked out the overall DPS, because obviously it started at roughly 70k, then it's a 30% buff to the next shot, and it's a 30% buff up until 300%, because if you didn't know, Eriana's vow caps at 300%, whereas other hand cannons, the buff from a legally modded holster actually goes much higher than that. It goes up to 600, but obviously Eriana's vow being Eriana's vow, it's a lot stronger than them. There's a reason it doesn't get the 600% buff. So I hope you enjoy the video. I'll quickly show the the build I'm running with at the moment. As I said, it's not finished, but it's just a placeholder for when I can find something. So standard, going for 100 resilience, because I'm going to be running this in Grandmaster Nightfalls and hopefully get a full video out for you guys. Harmonic Siphon, just so I can get those orbs of power. They're not really that necessary, but it's helpful, I guess. Melee Wellmaker, obviously that's the main thing that's going to be proccing our high energy fire and our I believe that is Font of Might, but you can't see it. So I'll quickly go on there. Yeah, we'll check that. PS4 vibes, nice and slow. Oh, it's Elemental Charge. Okay, so I've got, yeah, my Elemental Charge, so that my melee gives me high energy fire and then Font of Might as well. You can't see it because of hand cannon holster. There we go. I was wondering, did I actually have that on then? But yeah, it's already shaping up to be a decent build. Obviously, I've gone on my arms with Unstoppable Scout Rifle as well. That's because, as I said, Grandmaster Nightfall, the main champions you are going to see is Unstoppable and Barrier 90% of the time. So this with champions, I know for a fact it's going to absolutely lace them, because I've had a similar build before. We just haven't had access to Radiant buff stacking last season and everything like that, and obviously being a solar subclass and getting the Font of Might active didn't really proc in my mind. But yeah, I'm looking forward to building this, to be honest. This is the first proper build I've properly theory crafted and thought this could be good. It could flop. I could get the StormChaser I want, give it backup mag, and the only reason I want to give it backup mag instead of boss spec is because, like I said, I'll test them both, but I need to be able to fire off all those shots to then swap back before, like, so that the illegally modded holster buff is back up. Because if I swap back early, not only am I losing DPS anyway because I'm not getting the full shots off, but I'm just going to be firing a normal Erianas as well, which is not a problem, but for boss DPS it might be. So yeah, I'm going to give you the full build on that eventually, and hopefully that should be spicy. If not, don't sub, don't like, do what you want.